lovely YouTubers? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Valeria for those of you that do not know me. So today I have a very special video. As you can see, my shirt says she is fearless. So I have a very special topic for all of us godly women out here. I'm going to be sharing a video about how to build your confidence. So before you continue to watch this video, I just want to make it clear that worldly confidence and godly confidence are not the same at all. And I know that all of us want to be confident, and just because I'm doing this video, it doesn't mean that I don't have insecurities. Trust and believe that all of us have insecurities, especially us girls. I don't know, for some reason we nitpick ourselves all the time, and we're constantly like pushing ourselves. And I have something right there. Anyways, I can't control these little hairs, so just excuse the little baby hairs. So the world has given us a bad image about confidence. So confidence is not who's the toughest, who can be the most argumentative, the one that can stick up for herself, and I don't need no man and I don't need no friends. And that's what we feel that confidence is nowadays, right? Like when I see TikTok, when I see pictures like, ooh, she a baddie, she cute, she this and that, like that is not the meaning of confidence. Like, yeah, we can be independent women and we can have it together, like have our car, have our jobs. Like, yes, that definitely makes you like stronger and makes you feel, you know, confident. It gives you the confidence. But I want to talk about something different, because confidence isn't always what's on the outside, but confidence most of the times comes from the inside. So number one thing that you need to do if you really feel insecure about yourself and you're struggling with your self-esteem, you know, don't feel bad about it. The number one thing is that you need to stop comparing yourself to others. And I know that we all make that mistake. Like we always see, especially nowadays, a lot of girls are getting a lot of cosmetic surgeries done. And, you know, there's girls that, man, I feel like, you know, females are like leveling up. And sometimes we feel like we're staying behind. But the number one thing you need to do to really help, don't let the enemy lie to you. Like the enemy's a liar. And trust me, I just preached on Thursday about fear, about not letting fear have a grip on you. And sometimes the devil uses your lack of confidence to put in fear so that you could never be who God called you to be. So the number one thing, it's definitely like, you need to stop comparing yourself to your sister, to your friends. Oh, this person is this and I'm not. This person has this and I don't. And you always, you know why you're never self-fulfilled? It's because you're not happy with who you are and you clearly don't know your potential. So it's not that you're not gifted. It's not that you don't have the fire inside of you. It might be that you just have not discovered the fearlessness and the power that's inside you. And I don't know, in other videos, I've been a little bit more reserved, but I want to be myself on these videos and be very straightforward when it comes to this topic, because I'm sick and tired of women that lose their confidence, that don't feel pretty, that don't feel like they can speak up for themselves, that feel like they can't preach, that they can't share the gospel. Like us women, we can cause a huge change in this world. But you know what? We need godly, confident women, not just worldly women that want to seem tough and want to seem like they're confident because they have a BBL and they look better than you. Like that's not confidence. They could be the most insecure girls in the world. There's girls that look confident on the outside, but on the inside, you don't know what's going on. You don't know if they're still struggling with their self-image. So confidence is something that God gives you, but it has to start with you not comparing yourself to others and really seeing like, God, this is a person I am. What is my purpose? In the book of Psalms, chapter 139, verse 14, it says, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. Do you know that full well? The word of God tells you, and I know this is like on every room decoration, like I'm beautifully and wonderfully made. But in this verse at the end, it clearly says, I know that full well. Young girl, my friend, girlfriend, do you know that full well? Do you know that God created you wonderfully and beautifully? Do we all have the best features? No, there's things that you're not gonna like. I may not like my nose. I may not like this double chin, girl, there's so many flaws in us. Like, there's so many things that if surgeries were free, I can guarantee you that every girl would get something done, because we're never fulfilled with anything we have. But you have to understand, and I've understood this, you know, it took me a long time to understand it, you know, and I would sometimes be like comparing myself, or why don't I look like this, or I wish this was different, things would be so much different in my life. But you know what, ever since I stopped comparing myself and just really loving who I am and seeing the potential that God has given me, it's really changed like how I think. So you need to stop comparing yourself to others. You are beautiful, you are wonderful, but there's no point in me telling you that if you don't know that. And it's not that you don't know, it's that you refuse to accept it. So I really pray that you take these words and that you really capture them in your heart and take them to prayer and say, God, let me know this and confirm it, and, you know, establish that in my heart and in my mentality, so that I can start acting more confident, that I can be more confident, not acting, but be confident. So the number two, the second thing to be confident is that you need to be self-fulfilled. You know, some of us, and I know this has just, I'm 25 years old, and when I was younger, I struggled a lot with like my self-fulfillment, you know, always needing like other people, you know, like if I go into the store, I needed someone else. If I went anywhere in public, like to the mall, like it had to be like with other people, because when it was just me, I felt like people would say, oh, look at, she's lonely, she doesn't have anyone. And now it's so much different. Like now I actually enjoy my time alone. I feel self-fulfilled, like, because you know what, when you understand that being alone isn't bad, it's because you understand that in reality you're not alone. You know, one thing that I know is it may feel lonely sometimes, but when you feel lonely, it's when you realize that God is there. I don't know, that's powerful. Like some of us really think that a room of a group of people or a big crowd is gonna make you feel like you have company. That's not right. That's absolutely wrong. Like you see celebrities nowadays that they need drugs, they need so many things after having fans, going to a place where it's full of people and they still feel lonely. So you, as a young girl of God, or if you're barely coming to the feet of Christ, or you've been listening to these videos and you're like, man, I'm curious, I wonder what she's talking about, you have the right for that godly confidence, and God will give you self-fulfillment. You know why? Because your confidence comes from God. And when God lives inside of your heart, trust me, that's an automatic confidence. Like, you know what? I don't have anyone to fear. I don't have anything to fear. Like there may be chaos around me. I'm going through crisis. My mental health is in all that. But you know what? I have God by myself. I know how to pray. I know how to get in my word. And that is what keeps me going. So you might feel discouraged. You know, you might feel like, man, I see all these girls doing so much with their life. They're getting these new opportunities. They're going to college. They're getting a job, and I'm stuck. You might be stuck, but you know what? God has something so special for you that it's not the same blessing as someone else. Trust me, they have their battles and they have their blessing, and you're gonna have your battles and you're gonna have your blessing. You know, so definitely for confidence, you need self-fulfillment. Stop looking at the people around you and look at God inside you and say, you know what? God is in my heart, and there's so much more that I can do for his honor and glory. So I know that I speak a lot about God, obviously, because this is a Christian girl channel, but these are just a little bit of tips. Like, okay, obviously the main point is that God is inside of you and he gives you confidence, self-fulfillment, and the ability to not compare yourself to others. But some tips that will help, that have definitely helped me, and this is just like about us being feminine, because at the end of the day, God did make us women, and you know, we are feminine. You know, we have so many characteristics that, you know, we need to keep up with, like our hygiene, our clothing, like how we look, our hair, our lashes, our nails. Like I'm all about it. You can see, like, I love wearing lashes, I love dyeing my hair, I love buying new wardrobe, I love doing my nails. Like, girl, trust me, I'm all about it. And I could say that these are definitely things that have helped me with my outer image. So now we take care of our inner, right? Because you could get your nails done, you could get your hair done, and the inside is still, you're still gonna look at yourself and you're gonna say, I got everything done and I still look bad and I still look ugly. So you gotta change the inside first, and the outside are just like little side dishes that are gonna help everything taste better. So for example, our hygiene, like girls, hygiene is so important, and it will help you feel yourself, like feel more confident leaving the door, going to church. Like for me, there's nowhere I get more ready for than going to church, because I know that that's where God meets me and I'm able to see him and I'm able to feel his presence. But when I, really take care of my hygiene, and when I, buy a cute outfit, when I get my nails done, it makes a huge difference. Even when I like start my day when I go to work. And I'm just gonna share a quick story. Like I have a friend at work, and she usually like didn't feel it, like she was just always, I mean, I don't criticize anyone, okay, but I usually like to get ready for work, and this other individual just did not. She did not want to do her hair, did not want to do her makeup, wasn't really dressed professionally as we have to. We have a dress code, okay, so it's not that you have to dress all that, but it is an office job, so you do have to follow several regulations when it comes to dress code. And I remember I saw her one morning and I was in a good mood, and she was just not feeling it. She's like, you know what, I just drag coming to work, and she's like, I'm not feeling it. I've been feeling very unmotivated and depressed. And she kind of asked me like, you look so pretty today. Or she told me, like, she complimented me, and I was like, yeah. I was like, honestly, I was like, I don't always feel like coming to work, but when I get ready, somehow I feel a little more motivated, or if I go to the gym, I have even more motivation to like put on a cute blazer, and I might not straighten my hair, but I'll do like a high ponytail and rock it, and it just makes me feel good. I get my coffee and I'm like, okay, it feels like a good day. And then the next week, I don't know, I bumped into her, and she looked so like glammed up. I mean, she's beautiful regardless without the makeup, but she had her makeup done, she had her hair done, and I was like, oh my gosh, you look so good. And she was like, yeah, well, I followed, she said, I heard you out and I tried it. I got up and I went to the gym. She's like, and I got ready, I did my makeup, and I feel in a better mood. And you could even see it in her face. Like she was smiling, she was walking like around the office, and I was like, yes girl, that's what it's about. Like, if I'm not feeling it that day, you best believe I'm gonna make myself feel it. I'm gonna put on my makeup. I don't care if I'm sad, I don't care what they told me yesterday, I don't care who's ignoring me, I don't care if I got issues with people or someone got issues with me. I don't got issues with myself. Like, that's one thing. I'm not gonna make myself feel worse. I'm gonna do what I have to do to leave this door and say, you know what, God, I want to have a good day. I want to feel good. I want to feel confident. And let me tell you, God's going to give you confidence, and you're going to feel in a better mood. So that's one of the things, and the tip, I motivate you. If you haven't done it, do it next week. Just do it next week. Go for a run, go for a walk, come get ready, and you will start off your morning. Obviously pray, have your little devotional time. These are just other things. Your spiritual things, girl, that should just be something natural. I don't even have to tell you. Like, you need to do it, and then these are just things that come in handy. So the last thing is that you really need to find the calling for your life. If you are not at peace with yourself and you're like, man, I'm not happy, I don't feel confident, like internally, it might be because you're not doing what God called you to do. So if you're a singer, if you're a preacher, if you are called to start a YouTube channel, maybe like what I did, I've had like 3 months of doing this, but maybe God called you to start a YouTube channel. Maybe God called you to be an influencer. God called you to do art and, Christian art. I don't know. There's like millions of things. But if you feel like, man, nothing interests me, you really need to pray to God and find different things to do. Like, you might not have hobbies or stuff like that. And I don't know, someone told me, I don't know, I think I heard it on TikTok. A girl said, if you feel like you're struggling to find like a career or what you want to do in the future, it's more than likely that you're disconnected from people and a lot of things. And I was like, wow, like that's powerful. Like, you might not even know that you're a nurse because you're not doing really anything in that, in that area, right? Like helping other people, like doing community service, like Do you really like working with people? Are you more of an IT person? Get a computer and say, okay, well, I'm into more like IT and behind the scenes. You know, I like acting. Try theater. Like, maybe you like acting. Maybe you're called for that. Like, there's so many things, but you might just feel disconnected. And until you find that calling, you'll feel, you know what? I'm exactly where I need to be. And just because you're there doesn't mean things are perfect. But let me tell you, when you are where you have to be, you will have confidence. Like, and I'll share something about me, and what has helped me be confident is that I'm doing what God called me to do. Like preaching, I know I'm called to preach. I preach at my church, and I'm using my this platform right here on YouTube to share the gospel. Do I have a lot of viewers? Do I have a lot of this? No, but I feel like I'm doing God's calling, and even if it's 2 to 3 people that can hear my voice and be drawn closer to God, then I feel like I have purpose in this world. So pay attention to those things. Find your hobby, find yourself, and God will give you confidence. So that's it, my lovely ladies. I hope and pray that every one of these points are, you know, there's so many other things I can say, but these are some of the 4 things that I've personally witnessed. I can't speak on something I've never lived, you know, but these are definitely things that have helped me come out of a hole of so much insecurity and low self-esteem. You know, trust me that I don't have it all together, but I do know my purpose, and I do know that God's inside of my heart, and because of him, he'll always give me the confidence even if I'm feeling at my worst. You know, you may be going through the hardest thing, but the confidence of Christ, it's something no one and nothing can take away from you. So I love you guys, and whoever's watching this, thank you so much for supporting this channel. I really hope and pray to grow so that more girls can hear these messages and be encouraged and motivated, and we can support each other. You know, I love when women are there for each other, and that's what we're here for, right? So don't be in competition with anyone. You are you, and you are beautifully and wonderfully made. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get notifications for the next videos. Okay, so have a good day. God bless you guys.